January 3rd, 2023, and I'm Brian Brown. This is the start of my teaching vlog. All right, it's 6:45 in the morning. I'm heading up to the school even though it's technically my day off. I've got some planning that I need to take care of because I cannot walk in on day one without having an idea of what I'm doing. I mean, I generally know what I'm doing, but I want to make some copies. I want to put some plans together. I prepped 3 classes that I'm pretty familiar with, but I want to just make sure that every single day this first week I'm ready to go so that I can be a week ahead of the game. I don't want to get behind. I want to be a week ahead of the game with everything I need to do. So heading up to the school. So nobody's here as I would expect. I'm usually one of the first people on campus. It's only because I like to work early. I'd rather get my stuff done and then head home rather than work and then have to stay after and get those things done ready for the next day. So it's part of the reason why I'm here today. I got to get some things ready. So I'm in my classroom. It's 7:15. I'm getting started. I'm probably going to be here. I would expect the whole morning, maybe a little less. Kind of depends on how quickly I can get through these things. But I need to prepare myself for next quarter, and I need to walk in here feeling confident. And the only way that I do that is with preparation. So I got a few things I need to do. The first thing is we have these 2 programs that we use online. I don't know why. I'm not a tech guru. I'm tech savvy, but I'm not a tech guru. We've got these 2 programs. One is really our attendance and our grade book, and the other one is where assignments can be submitted, and they talk, but I don't want to manage 2 websites. So for one of them, I need to get kind of the agenda for the quarter on there, and then I let that just sit. I don't do anything with that in case anyone needs to go there. And then the other, I need to get it prepped because I teach a quarter-long elective called financial literacy. So I have new students. I need to make sure that the grade book is set up for them and I'm ready to go. Also, I want to look at my 8th grade plan and make sure that it's solid. I have a new program this quarter. I'm doing a mock trial. I've never done it before. I want to do something that's project-based learning that I think is really interesting. And so I found some free mock trials online. I kind of put them together. I'm doing 2 per class so that half the class is an actual jury and they have no idea what the trial is about. So I want to make sure that that is working for me and I'm ready to go. I've already made my copies. I did those at the end of last quarter. For 7th grade, 7th grade. Oh, 7th grade. So for 7th grade, I'm just using the district curriculum for that. It takes time to be creative, it takes years. Like I've been teaching 8th grade for 12 years. I've switched things multiple times. I'm so familiar with what it is I need to teach them that I like mixing it up a little bit. This is only my 7th grade. This is only my 2nd time teaching 7th grade. So I'm still kind of getting familiar with like the level. And then at some point I think I'll probably make some changes in the next year or 2 if I continue to teach it. The last thing I want to get done today is make sure my seating arrangement is situated properly. I don't really use rows except for testing, and I change things all the time depending on what I need them to do. And then finally, I need to practice my speech. I am really fortunate. At the end of last year, I kind of asked if I could speak at a rally instead of hiring someone. And so the 2nd Friday of this quarter, we have a rally and I get to speak. So I need to practice. I'm trying to do it once a day so that I can just be natural and talk. So that's the plan. That's what I need to work on. I'm thinking it's gonna take me most, if not all of the morning. Oh, I can get my board ready. Let me write that down as well. With my essential standards and my agenda for the week. So that's the list of things. If I want to be 100% ready when I walk in here on Monday morning, that's what I need to get done. All right, so it's 8 o'clock. I just finished 7th grade online agenda. And as I
always happens, man. I mean, seriously, it's not exactly as I planned it. I was working through it and realizing some things were out of order. I needed to move things around. I didn't have an assessment early enough, so I needed to find a way to put that in there. I also remembered that I'm doing a new plan. I am doing a marketing campaign plan that I wrote last year. So I'm actually doing a project with my 7th graders as well that I designed, and I'm pretty excited about it. I think it's going to be interesting, but I have to put all those pieces together too. So there's a lot more that I need to develop for the quarter. I don't have to do all of that today. I'm probably not going to do all of that today, but I do have a couple more things I need to do there before I move on to looking at the 8th grade agenda, making sure that that is in the direction that I want it to be, and then posting that online. So eventually I'll get to that. All right, 7th grade is pretty much done. I had to create a new online rubric, and so I put that together. Probably need to make a paper copy of that for the kids. But for the most part, I think I'm pretty much ready there. I do need to redo the order of things for my paper copy that I have on my desk so I can follow it. I'll do that right now. It'll take me a few minutes, and then I'll move on to 8th grade. Getting done. All right, I realized I'd actually already updated my planning calendar, and so that works for me. I just got it online. I have a rubric I need to make, and when I get that done, 8th grade's pretty much locked in. I do have a bunch of things I have to create though. To be honest, I realize when you do something new, there's a lot to build, right? And I want it to be interesting. So I will do that as the quarter progresses. I'll put things together and then be ready for it next year. But for right now, it'll be a little bit of a grinding process. And then I need to practice and just have some other things to do. So I'm gonna get at it. All right, here we go. My board's ready. I've got my learning targets up here. I do them quarterly. So it's kind of, for me at least, language arts is a process. It's not something that I can figure out every single day. And I know that I could figure out steps to get there, but ultimately this is what I want the kids to know by the end of the quarter. And then if we add to it, I have the second part of my board ready. Here's my agenda for my 7th graders and 8th graders. This little box over here is for my financial literacy class. I put the code to access the Nearpod daily up there. So obviously nothing going on there. I'm gonna check and make sure I got all my copies ready for the first week. I did notice there's about 3 or 4 things on this board I still need to create, but I'll probably do those the day before. I don't really want to put a lot more work in over my break. I might come in another day, but I'm hoping not to. Other than that, I just got my speech to practice, and then I'm ready to go. We're looking at 10:10 right now. Probably maybe get out of here around 11:15. All right, it's 11:15. I got out of here. Ended up going through my speech, about half of it. Couldn't quite get through all of it. Got a phone call from another teacher. We're going to do some indoor kart racing with our sons. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And then my wife and I have got dinner tonight, which will also be fun. It is our Christmas present to each other. You know, when you get older, I don't know how you are, but for us, it's like I don't really need anything. Stuff is not as important. I mean, I like it, but it's not as important. What's more important is experiences. So we kind of decided that for this year, we wouldn't get each other gifts. We would just go have a nice dinner together. So that's this evening. Guys, thanks for watching the video. Feel weird saying this, like and subscribe. Are you supposed to do that kind of thing? I don't know, whatever. It'd be nice if you did. Thanks.